They're made of lime plaster. Where the walls have been wallpapered, you get little bits of wallpaper glue that hasn't come off. And the walls underneath are sometimes quite cracked. So you get cracks like these running all over the place. Some more there. And they look awful, but actually the plaster underneath, in a lot of it, is okay. What I don't want to do is plaster over these walls when they're repairable. But what you find, to get sections like that, you get sections with cracks. And then there, I'm not sure if you can see that that is a different colour to that. This is really rough, that's smooth. Where the very top layer of this lime plaster's come off. And so what I've been doing is filling these patches with a sandable filler. These walls, these have been patched over the last 100 years. It's just to try and even out these areas without having to skim a whole wall, which I don't really think it needs doing. There's a bit at the top there that doesn't look very good. That might be a bit beyond filler, but it's worth a go. I'm up here near the ceiling and I'm going to fix this hole. So here the plaster has come away from this, which is the top of the wall here. There's a valley that comes down on the roof and that is the central piece, and the plaster has come away, and so I'm going to patch this up. The tools I'm going to use for this job are offcut of plasterboard, screwdriver, tape measure, Stanley knife, a straight edge and some plasterboard screws. So I'm going to cut this to the right shape, size to fit in the hole, and then we will attach it to the wooden section with some screws. Here's the patch I was working on. I got some easy fill in the worst bits, put some scrim tape on and then some more easy fill over the top, and it's looking pretty good so far. It's going to need another probably couple of coats of filler, and you can just see the scrim tape through it, so to give it another few coats, but it's turned out really well. I've also used the same technique here on this bit, so I've used the scrim tape along there with some easy fill, and hopefully this will provide a decent finish. So while the light was so bad that I couldn't work up there easily, I've done that wall over there, so that's ready to be sanded tomorrow. We still have the challenging area above the window and up there on the chimney breast to tackle. Some of that's going to need some bonding, but this wall is turning out quite well just with some filler and a bit of sandpaper and elbow grease. Some plaster had come off here, revealing the wooden lintel. There's also this wooden bit up here that was exposed. So what I've done is I've cleared the plaster off this. I'm going to make a patch rather than putting hard-wall plaster on it. The reason being that I want to get behind the window frame and also up that gap, and my plastering is not up to careful, neat getting around window frames. So I'm going to use some plasterboard and make a patch for that space there. So there you can see the patch that I made. It's not my best work, it's not neat, and it was quite difficult, but I used up bits of plasterboard that were left over, and then I've put scrim tape down the joints and put some bonding plaster in the holes, and then that can be skimmed over with the rest of this wall. This wall has had some historic damp problems along here. It's very patchy all over, and there's loads of holes, obviously, because why wouldn't you have loads of holes all over your wall, loads of holes on that side, so that whole wall's going to get skimmed over the top.